And a great crowd here in Christchurch for the Pacific Alliance Gymnastics Champs. Plenty happening, lots of international talent to feast on. And of course, there's a Kiwi team here warming up on the beam, preparing to commence the second rotation.
Yep, the New Zealand girls have entered the competition now. They've set out the first round on a bye, and they've watched the other girls get going, and now it's their turn. Unfortunately, they've drawn beam first up, so as I said, it's a nervous one for the girls, but I'm sure they'll do their best to rise to the challenge. And now it's their turn to start concentrating on what they can do and let the other girls worry about the team title.
They've had a chance to suss out the opposition, the competition. Of course, there are 6 groups rotating around at 4 apparatus, so 2 groups will sit out each rotation.
Also critical, now the Australian girls who've just entered the competition too, they had a bye first round. And at the last World Championships, the Australian girls placed 1 position ahead of the Americans. And the Americans, as I said, they're preparing for Sydney 2000. So they want to, in the minds of the judges, they want to be perceived as 1 ahead of Australia. So really, they've got everything to gain here. And the Australians will be keen to retain their position ahead of the pack.
Australia 5th at the last World Championships. They want to improve on that.
Well, they will. I mean, it's a fantastic result for the Australians to get 5th. I mean, it's a long time coming that any of the countries from Southern Hemisphere have been able to break that deadlock that the Eastern Europeans have, that the Chinese. So really, I mean, it's a fantastic performance to be in number 5 position. Of course, when you're at 5th, you're within a sniff of the medals, and the Australian girls will be looking for that sort of performance at home. They'll have a hometown advantage. This is the 2nd event for the Americans now. They've gotten through beam. They want a solid performance on the floor. And here's Morgan's first tumbling rope. Two and a half twist to a punch front. She came close to going out of bounds there, but pretty heads up to stay in bounds. It's a 0.1 deduction if they do step out of the floor area. Half twist to 1.5 twist. Combined, she picks up a special requirement there, plus connection bonus. So already she's got a lot of bonus in her routine. A leap.
A 16-year-old from Fairfield, Ohio. Bringing plenty of dance, boogie-oogie-oogie movements into her routine.
Yeah, the Americans are well known for their choreography. Great routines to watch, combined with some very difficult tumbling skills. Times the better they tumble, the better they dance too, I think. Here's a triple twist.
The crowd appreciating that.
Oh, that's a great routine
White.
First up.
Well done, Morgan White.
The girls will be happy about that. They had to count a low score on beam, so coming into floor, it's critical that 3 of the girls, at least out of the 4, have solid scores. So it's great when the first girl steps up and performs. Triple twist, it's a difficult skill to perform, and she landed it great. She's done her job. It's up to the other girls.
They make it look so easy, but her chest is certainly puffing there, expelling the air, and she's followed by Erin Dooley.
She'll have a little break now. The Americans are going into a bye after floor, so she's got time to recuperate. Now Erin hopefully can build on that energy level and get out and give them another score first up. Typically, with the 4 girls that will compete, as I said, they are allowed to drop their lowest score. And typically, they'll stack the order so that their stronger competitors go later.
So I expect it to get even better for the States.
Yes, you do. Arabian double front, little slip on the landing. She was slightly under-rotated, and she took a fall there. So there'll be a pretty heavy deduction for that. Unfortunate it happens on the first pass. She's got the rest of the floor to sort of make good on it, but Full twisting front through to a double twisting back. Now she's combined front tumbling and back tumbling there. Requirement for the girls on floor. Combining leaps. They also have to display a leap of C-rated difficulty or higher.
Oh, she does not need that.
No. Double pikes severely under-rotated, so major deduction there. Erin will want to forget that routine. And the girls following her now need to hit their routines.
The shake of the head says it all. That is a major disappointment for Erin.
Here's her Arabian double front. That was her mount, and she just about landed it, but her feet just slipped out from under her. So 2 tumbling rows with major deductions, and the Americans would like to think that they can drop that score. They do have 2 competitors to come. Amy Chow there getting ready.
And a 9.425 for Morgan. She had a nice, clean, tidy routine. That bodes well for the USA.
Yep, that score's in the bank. So Morgan really did them a lot of favors by putting that score in the bank first up. So Erin's score hopefully will be the one that they drop.
And this is Amy Chow. She had a disappointing beam. She'll make up for it on the floor, I'm sure.
I'm sure she will. All the great competitors can come back. Whip through to full in, back out.
Little cheeky smile there. Relieved to get that one out of the way.
Yeah, that first tumbling pass is a big one. She'll relax a little bit now. She's got to go into her choreography, into her leaps. Two and a half twist to punch front. A little bit of slippage there. She landed it, but she pulled it out. I don't think she'd take too much of a deduction there, so she's going really well. Here's her leap series. Great height in her leaps. Okay, she's done some dance moves. She's got her breath back into another tumbling row. Front step out through to triple twist. Great routine, fantastic.
A 21-year-old from California who's majoring in biology at Stanford. She's got plans to go to medical school to become a doctor.
Talented.
And you're going to say she probably plays the violin as well. Well, I can tell you, David, she's a very, very good piano player. Doesn't it make you sick?
Yes. Makes you feel like a bit of an underachiever.
Certainly quite humbling being in the midst of these incredible athletes.
Yeah, sure is. And the hours that she puts in training, it's just amazing that she has time to develop.
Big smile from Amy.
Yep, that's great. It's a mark of a champion. I mean, she's come off the beam. She's had that disappointment to put behind her.
8.2 for Erin.
Yeah, that will be the one that the Americans will certainly hope to drop. And now they've got 2 scores in the bank. They've got Morgan's and